Hi, I'm Charlie from freebiztools.com, and today we're going to build a website for free on Weebly in 5 steps in 15 minutes. So let's do this. So the first step is create an account and choose a theme. Okay, so we're going to add a website. You can just take the video you're watching, scroll down to the bottom, and down here you can see there's a link we've put which will take you to the freebiztools site. On the freebiztools site, you'll see a review of Weebly here with some of the features and pricing. If you're interested, under websites, there are other website tools you can go check out. But for the purpose of this video, if you want to follow along, just click on Learn More. And that'll take you over to Weebly. On the Weebly side, you want to make sure you click on the Start Now or the website. You don't want to click on Online Store because that's going to open up the Square flow and not the Weebly flow. And that's not quite as fast to develop. So clicked on Start Now. And then it's going to bring you to this page where you have to decide between you just need a website or you need a website with a store. Once again, you want to pick just a website, so you stay in the Weebly flow. If you click on website with an online store, it'll put you in the Square flow, which is a different process. You can add a store later on the Weebly side. So we're picking, I just need a website. And now this is why we did that, so we get themes. And themes are essentially pre-built little websites that you can then edit and adapt, which is much faster than building your own from the ground up. We're going to do a taco shop today, so I've already chosen a hamburger theme, which I think is going to fit us well. So if you click on the theme, like I do now, it'll bring up a preview so you can take a quick look and see what's on there. This looks good to me. I think it's going to adapt very well to the taco shop example we're going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and click Start Editing. Now that you've done that, the next step is to choose a website name. At this point, you can choose a domain name, which is essentially a website name. This will show up anytime you click on the Publish button until you have chosen one. So let me just demonstrate that. If I click on Publish, it's going to say, hey, what's the website name you want to publish under? So I'm going to choose A1 Taco Shop. And if I search, it's going to pull up some domain names, a1tacoshop.com. By the way, for the domain name, if you look in here, the thing that happens right before the .com, that is the domain. Anything before that is the subdomain, just as a little point of reference. If you choose any one of these up here, they're going to be paid. I want to do this all for free, so I'm going to choose a subdomain, which you see down here. So it's a1tacoshop.weebly.com. Obviously, at some point in the future, if you were doing a real restaurant, you probably wouldn't want to have Weebly in the website name. But for the purpose, if you just want to get started for free and see how it goes, you can certainly do that. So let's go ahead and choose that to get started. And we have now successfully done a1tacoshop.weebly.com. Now that you have that done, you need to customize your pages, your content, and your images for the theme that you've chosen. Selected, let's go ahead and edit the site and start with the home page. So we're going to make Burger, the local burger shop, into the local taco shop. You just click on the field and then edit the text directly. For the background image here, you can just click on it, click on Edit Background. We want to replace the image. I've already downloaded some photos from my computer, so I'm going to pick some of those. They're just random pictures I've chosen off of Google Images. So this isn't a production site, so I'm just going to grab. There we go, there's a nice taco. And then we click Save here to just make sure the image gets saved in the background, and there it is. And that's a little bit bright. hard to see the text. So we're going to go edit the background. I think we can go ahead and darken this a little bit. Maybe about there. That looks good. Oops. So it's darkened, and then I want to save. And there we go. Now the text stands out a little bit more. It's kind of faded into the background. So let's go ahead and update the pictures on the rest of the page and the text. And this section I don't need, so I'm going to go ahead and click on that and just delete the section, and it'll go away entirely. And same thing, I don't care about French fries. We've got chips and salsa, so we're going to go ahead and delete this as well. Freshest ingredients, that's fine. I'm going to have another page for the location, so I'm just going to go ahead and delete this one as well. Okay, so there's our home page. Let's go ahead and we're going to move on to the next page. So if we click on pages here, you can see we have a home page, a menu, and about, and locations. Let's go on to the menu. We'll just do them in order here. It pulls up the page over here. And boiled peanuts I really don't care about, so I'm just going to delete these items. If you hover, you'll see an X, and then you can click the X and delete, and that will take it off the menu. So there, our menu's done. Now let's go on to the next page. The About page has a bunch of information here about who they are. I don't really care about this since this is just a demo site, so I'm just going to take the simple way out and delete the page. Okay, so that brings us to locations. I'm just going to edit the same way. Now for the map, I can go ahead and just type in an address. And I'm just making up an address here that's relatively near my house. I think that should be enough to look it up. And yep, it is. And then I'm going to eliminate the other addresses that don't matter. And I'm making up a phone number here. This is not a real number. And I don't need the extra text here, so I'm going to delete it. There. Now we have the locations done, and I think that wraps up. Next, customize the theme. After reviewing the site, there's a few things I don't like here and that I want to adjust. One is I really like the name of my A1 Taco Shop at the top here. The second thing is I don't want this menu to be collapsed. I want it to be expanded all the time so it's easy for people to navigate. So let's go make those adjustments to the theme. So let's start with the name. So if I come into settings, under general, there's a site title, and we want that to be A1. I'm going to make it all caps, just for extra infamous. Save that. Okay, so that should take care of the name. If I go to the theme, we have an option of changing the theme. If you ever didn't like your theme and wanted to shift to something else, you could do that. I want theme options, and usually there's a few here. It's such a small site, I don't need a search box. So see this small search thing on the thing, I'm just going to turn it off. And instead of collapsing the navigation, I'm going to turn this off. I want navigation expanded. You see it expands right here. And I think I like that. So let me go. And finally, the last step, publish and enjoy your website. So let me go ahead and publish this and see how it looks. And now we have the name here, we have the menu expanded. Let's check all the pages, make sure it looks good. Yep, it's showing up across all pages. I'm pretty happy with that. So we're going to call that a wrap. One thing to note is down here at the bottom we have the Weebly advertising. That's going to be on there as long as you have the free site. If you don't want that, then you can do the paid upgrade. I think the minimum price for that is $6 a month to get rid of it. There's a whole tiered offering. We'll do another video talking about the price cost trade-offs and what you get, but just wanted to annotate that. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video for the setup of a free website. I hope it's useful to you. If you like what you've seen, go ahead and give us a thumbs up or leave us some comments below. Stay tuned for part 2 of this video. We'll be showing you how to set up the online store for takeout orders for this restaurant website example.